Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. As you're sitting watching this, I should be hopefully travelling up the M6, trying not to fight with Deb after having a weekend at the NEC. Tonight's nightcap. I've been busy with that copper boiler. That's quite a few instalments already done. I'm going to show sort of the first one tonight on the ordinary channel. If you want to see a bit more, there is some more on the Patreon channel. That's an out and out plug for go and have a look at my Patreon channel. There's also, I think, there's a stud extraction. I do a cooking video, which I probably put up last night. Being as what this is Thursday, I'll put it up probably on Saturday night. Anyway, I'm going to put it up on Saturday night, or I have done. It's strange because I'm talking shite. I've been talking quite a bit lately about building my own boiler for my own personal use in the garden to run my steam engines. I'm busy collecting parts to make a fairly large steel boiler, but I have got this copper boiler and I've got all the parts ready to build it really. It's 6-inch diameter, it's 18 inches long. I've already flanged the 2 tube plates. It's going to be a vertical fire tube boiler. They're the fire tubes. They're 11mm with a 7/16, 1.5mm wall thickness. I've got a lot of that. Friend of mine marked out the position of the tubes and spotted them so I can drill and ream them. So that goes in the end of there, one each end, and all the fire tubes go through. It's not going to have a water jacketed firebox. I'm not sure about the heat source yet. I'd like to use coal. We'll wait and see. I can TIG weld copper, and I've no doubt I can TIG weld them into there. It'll be perfectly alright. But I haven't got any certificates for TIG welding copper, and it is a steam boiler, so I'm going to use the old-fashioned and well-trusted method of silver soldering it. I found a company in the UK that make boiler fittings. They're actually made in the UK as well, not imported, which is rather nice for a change. I'm going to put a link to the company in the description box. Anyway, I did buy this 3-cock water gauge and I'm very impressed with it. The quality is superb. So I'm going to use that. They're quarter BSP, so I've got bronze bushes to make. Quite a lot of work to do. The first thing I'm going to do is drill the tube holes in here. Now, copper is renowned to be horrible stuff to drill and work with. There is a special way to sharpen a drill. I have got a bit of scrap copper. So I think the first thing to do is have a play around and see what I like to drill. I'm going to bolt the 2 plates together like that and drill them all through in one go. So we'll go across the milling machine, try an ordinary 11mm drill in there, see what happens. Well, not in there, see what happens, and then go from there. That's an ordinary spotting drill, which is what the original plate's been marked with. We'll put a few on because I'm going to have a little bit of experiment with it. We'll go on that side because it's not all buckled and warped and twisted and horrible. This is a standard 11mm drill, ordinary grind. It's actually not doing too bad. Not too bad at all, because I want to finish these off with a reamer anyway. Now this is a 7/16 drill that I've sharpened to what I think it'll be good for cutting copper. It's not. say they're just undersized because that is 7/16 and that's an 11mm drill. So basically I think we'll go for putting 1 or 2 holes in that plate. There's one more thing I want to try, and that's to put a pilot hole all the way through first. So it's been spot marked there. That's a standard grain on a 5.5mm drill. Right, that's actually worse, definitely worse. Yeah. I'm not just holding a bit of copper plate, by the way. I've got that clamp on it, so I've got the 2 plates clamped together. Go for that one. I don't know if any green snot would help on this. I've been told milk is a good lubricant for cutting copper. See, it's very teary because it's going through the second hole without the centre mark in it, but it is cutting it. I wouldn't care the lad that marked these out. I've had to drill them for us. I think once these are cleaned up with a countersink bit, they're going to be alright. I've cleaned that one up now because I want to put a nut and bolt in it. I was just tightening these bolts up, and I've got this spanner here. It's an old brittle one, 16mm, 17mm, and I used to work with a lad who sadly is no longer with us, and I used to borrow this spanner all the time. And in the end he says, "Hey, oh, John, keep the bastard thing," and he bought himself a new one, and I've had it for a long time, and it's one of the like mechanic and spanners that I kept. I brought that one home, and I use it all the time, and every time I use it I think about him. He'll be standing watching us now. It's amazing how sentimental a spanner can be. I know my dad's drill really is sentimental, but anyway, there you are, Keith, lad. There's our spanner. Try a little bit of lube on it, a bit of anchor lube, or Martian snot as I call it. I think that's 32 of these holes to drill and ream. A full size one, you're talking hundreds of tubes on a loco. That's not doing too bad. I'll put another bolt in just so they can't move. The spacing between the tubes, I've left plenty between the tubes. I did find a drawing of a loco boiler, and that's the spacing it had. I've got quite a few holes to drill in the boiler shell as well. Right, this is the last one. I'm not sure I'm going to put a tube in there or put a bush in to take a feasible plug. I haven't decided yet. Right. These clamps are a really handy bit of kit to use. They'll be handmade, really old, square thread. The jaws tilt as well. I pick it up at a car boot sale. You often see them. Whenever I see them, I just buy them. Actually cross-hatched on the jaws as well. Spring-loaded, a really nice bit of gear. Got a smaller one there. That's got a leaf spring on it. It's a little bit like a blacksmith's vise, but a hell of a lot smaller. And that one, it's got the advantage of the tilting jaws. You often find a name on them because quite often they're like an apprentice's piece. You make your own tools. Can't see anything on this one. There you go. We've got a name on that one. DRGM. I don't think he'll be here now, but his gear lives on. That's a little Bangor heater. I did a review on a few weeks ago. Keeping me nice and toasty and warm, and here it is. Really good. Right, so I have made a start. That's 32 tube holes in each one. And I did put a little mark on them somewhere. Yep. I marked there 3 zeros so they go together in the same plane. I mean, they'll be all the same because they were marked out on a SNNC machine. So that's the tube plates done. I've still got to ream the holes to 7/16, and I have put a little countersink on them to take the raggy edges off. And the next job is to kind of cut the tubes and then assemble it and get some silver soldering done. I think I'll get the ends in all the tubes soldered in and then put the fittings in separately, because I have got oxypropane, I've got plenty of heat. I'm not worried about not being able to get enough heat in it to do the job. Once again, just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. As usual, I'm going to batter on about mental health. Please, lads and lasses, if you've got problems, and if you've got problems you'll know you've got them, there is help available. The other options are just, it doesn't bear thinking about. There's a stigma about mental health, especially with blokes, especially young blokes that don't want to admit they've got issues. It's not the way to do it, because honestly, you do need to get help. Help's available. Anyway, thanks for watching.